And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You gotta realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the, they was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage, that's gonna make him think that he could get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, you know, the touchy-feely between two men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is that he learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them. Let me put that. And I'm not gonna say alleged because I saw that for my own self. My man was with me, Slick was with me, and we saw that for our own self.
Katt Williams just did what nobody in Hollywood ever had the guts to do. He didn't dance around it, didn't whisper, didn't hint. He straight up pointed at the people who walked away spotless while Sean Combs took the entire fall. And now, everything 50 Cent warned about is lining up a little too clean. Katt wasn't guessing either. He's been collecting patterns for decades, watching who moved in packs, who stayed protected, and who always landed on their feet when things went sideways. When chaos hit, the same names stayed untouched every single time.
It was Diddy and Jay-Z. They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it, but I don't know what kind of half a homo that is, and you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
I ain't know anything about that, man. I ain't know about, Jay touching his, ass. So I gotta go see the video. I ain't hear about that.
Come on, man. Everybody's seen that. 50 even pointed it out. Excuse me. When they was in ATL on stage. Remember when 50 bum rushed the stage with them?
Yeah, I think I recall that.
When Puff came on stage, first thing he did was pat Jay-Z on that. But I forgot. That's your favorite rapper.
Hey, him and Pocket's 1A, 1B. But what's your issue with Jay, man? I didn't know you had an issue with him.
I'm never a fan of somebody that I was gonna knock out.
That's where the 7 names come in. Katt isn't calling them side characters. He's calling them architects. The kind of celebrities with enough pull to shape narratives, redirect blame, and quietly step back while someone else burns. The first name on Katt's list is Clive Davis, a man alleged to have helped launch Diddy's career and shape the version of him the world later saw. According to Gene Deal, this behavior didn't appear out of nowhere. He claims it was taught, reinforced, and rewarded over time.
Motherfuckers be gay in Hollywood, you never expected. They be having these big mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a mother be at the mansion party. You be looking in all the goddamn rooms, and you around and look in the wrong room and Nick, come here. Come here. Is that two kissing?
Then comes the billionaire who allegedly funded the lifestyle and pulled strings from the shadows. Jay-Z was reportedly present at countless Diddy parties, even named in legal discussions, yet somehow always untouched. As more evidence surfaces, people are starting to connect dots they were never supposed to notice. Katt Williams' argument is simple but brutal. Jay-Z is more dangerous than Sean Combs, not because he did less, but because he moved smarter. Diddy's biggest mistake was being loud, reckless, and visible. Jay stayed quiet, calculated, and invisible. According to Katt, Jay didn't need to put his name on anything. He let other people absorb the attention while he stayed insulated behind lawyers, corporations, and carefully managed silence.
Straight up and dropped Beyonce. There's mad rumors. Him and Beyonce dropped the album, so.
Yeah, it was that what they did to Nas.
When pressure started closing in, Diddy was standing in front of it. Jay wasn't even in the room. No interviews, no explanations, no mess. That same strategy shows up in how Jay allegedly treated 50 Cent. Every time 50 geared up to drop an album, Jay would suddenly flood the market. Surprise releases, coordinated drops, whole rosters moving at once. All designed to drown 50 out and control the narrative.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong.
There was
At
one.
the same time.
He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him like things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no
marriage.
longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Diddy and Jay built their image on helping black artists, but insiders say they only ever protected each other. Everybody in the industry knew how that game worked. So when someone like 50 refused to fall in line, he became a problem. Not because he lacked talent, but because he couldn't be controlled.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like,
I took.
Not
I
that it's
took,
real
no,
enough.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drinks. I gave me the perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work? Did it work?
What the this is, yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
So
just
for people to
acknowledge
feel
weird
like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you felt like you was doing it.
Jay didn't fear 50's music. He hated the fact that 50's couldn't be threatened, silenced, or managed. And it wasn't just Jay-Z using Sean Combs as a shield. There were others benefiting while he took the heat.
Publicly about what's going on.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining. And this is what I do know for sure. When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment. And what I do believe is actually happening is that, first of all, it's triggering a lot of unreleased pain, repressed anger, guilt, and suffering that a lot of women have had. I happened to be on set with several actresses the other day, and we were filming some things, and they were like, hadn't slept over a period of 2 or 3 days, and I was like, what is that? I said, oh, you guys are suffering from PTSD.
And when you start talking about it out loud too, we haven't
everybody
talked
has
about
a
it.
story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment. I think this is a moment where no matter what business you work in, there have been women who not only had the disease to please, that's a part of it, but who felt that in order to keep my job, in order to keep my position, in order to keep moving forward, I've got to smile, I've got to look the other way, I got to pretend he didn't say that, I got to pretend he didn't touch me. I think those days are about to be over.
Are over. And if it happens to you back in the day, you would say, sometimes you're not even aware what he just said wasn't really inappropriate.
I know you've had a couple moments.
Where you just think, what did he just say?
Yes, I remember Gail had a moment when she came and said to me what somebody said to her was so inappropriate. I was like, oh my God, you can sue over that. But
no, and all I said was, what did you say? And then they repeated it.
Yes.
It's terrible. I just sat there typing with my 20-something-year-old.
Pretend you didn't hear it.
Yes.
You pretend it's okay. You pretend you didn't.
No, it isn't. You're right, Jeff. It absolutely, you're absolutely right.
But a lot of women have been silenced, and I know.
But I do think it's going to change.
Being a victim of child, that when you feel like you cannot be heard, and then other people start speaking out, it makes you feel like, oh, now I can speak out too.
Yeah.
So,
Can we
And you've been speaking about it for
years.
Beyonce was right there alongside Jay through all of it. Inside the industry, there have long been rumors that their marriage wasn't just about love, it was strategy. According to 50 Cent, the relationship functioned like a business merger.
Of a former dormitory matron charged with 6 students at Oprah Winfrey School for Girls in South Africa is resuming. Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault, and criminal injury in South Africa. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, the ex-headmistress of the $40 million school is suing Winfrey for defamation. The suit claims someone would conclude from Winfrey's comments that the school employee knew of the alleged and was actively involved in covering it up.
I was, needless to say, devastated and really shaken to my core.
Winfrey said she was disappointed in the former headmistress. The TV talk show host also made comments about students who felt there was an atmosphere of repression at the school.
And I spoke to all the girls personally, and I encouraged all of them, any of them who had actually been harmed, to please come forward.
Jay saw Beyonce's career exploding and positioned himself right next to that power. Fast forward, and Jay is now worth billions. That didn't happen by accident. And don't get it twisted. Beyonce doesn't need to be louder or smarter than Jay to be effective. Her power is her image. Her brand is untouchable, and that brand absorbs damage for anyone standing close enough to hide behind it. Jay stays quiet while her reputation deflects rumors before they ever stick.
Katt Williams calls out Bishop T.D. Jakes, and watch as T.D. Jakes and Gino Jennings responds.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.D. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Good, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good because I know the truth.
T.D. Jakes, do not speak against homosexuality.
T.D. Jakes' alleged relationship with Diddy grows wilder the more you look at it.
World-renowned Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop to soften the impact on his public image of Casey Ventura's lawsuit. Ventura is a former girlfriend of Combs who filed her own lawsuit in November alleging violence and sex trafficking.
Federal investigation have come out of these private lawsuits.
Oh, absolutely. If it involves
trafficking or drugs or weapons or other illegal behavior.
Lori Levinson is a former federal prosecutor.
They've decided this is worth a lot of resources across the country. So once they've done these searches, they have evidence to follow up on. And if they've got it, they'll move on it.
We still here, you're rocking with the best.
Even though Combs has not been publicly named as a target of the investigation, he says he's now prepared to fight to clear his name.
That's why people get on my nerves talking about who you should be seen with. I do homeless shelters. I walk in prison ministries. I deal with murder. I deal with prison.
T.D. Jakes is perhaps the only one on this list who took a hit when Diddy fell.
This was a shock to many in the religious community. Bishop T.D. Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation.
This is a beautiful moment for me.
From the pulpit Sunday, Bishop T.D. Jakes announced that he was stepping down from leadership at the Potter's House, the Dallas megachurch he founded in 1996 and has led ever since.
I cannot afford, especially after November, to risk something happening to me and you be sheep without a shepherd.
This is video from the service Jakes is referencing in November. It wasn't until months after his medical incident that he confirmed to the public he had a heart attack. Now, 5 months later, he told his congregation he had been preparing his daughter, Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts, and his son-in-law, Pastor Torrey Roberts, to take the lead.
Then there's Oprah Winfrey, a name so protected it's almost bulletproof. Oprah has repeatedly been connected socially to controversial figures like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and Diddy. Not accused, just always nearby. So the question isn't whether Oprah was involved.
Also claims that, Diddy, he was using T.D. Jakes to fix his image. You believe that?
Well, we saw that to be true anyway. That's what he was trying to do all that time. That's why T.D. Jakes was there. To try to fix his image. Ain't no money like church money. He was doing all the things to try to get his image straightened up.
I mean, it makes sense. And he also said in this lawsuit that when he was around Diddy, he seen Diddy give out guns, a lot of guns. And he said that the environment around Diddy was violent. So I want to get right into it, man. How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and T.D. Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You had to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he'd have to lay some hands on somebody. Maybe he'd have to save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere. So now what he's doing is he's making, man, he making the Christians look real bad right about now.
The real question is why the same pattern keeps showing up. She gets close, gains trust, controls the narrative, and somehow always walks away untouched while others collapse. And when the spotlight gets too close, the pattern stays the same. Oprah Winfrey distances herself and denies any real connection. Critics say that's not innocence, that's strategy.
I think that he's going to the Diddy parties, bruh. If he's going, well, we know he's going to the Diddy parties, and I know that it's, I know what usually happens at the Diddy party, or what we told us happened at the Diddy parties. Maybe he needs to see it for himself, man. Maybe he needs to go there and really be involved in some things that could help save some individuals while they go into those.
Back in 2007, and again in 2009, reports surfaced involving serious misconduct allegations at the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. The accusations centered on staff members Oprah had personally approved. While the situation caused public outrage and internal investigations, Oprah herself emerged largely untouched.
DeGeneres and her wife, Portia de Rossi, have reportedly fled the US, bound for the UK, after Donald Trump's landslide victory. Numerous publications are reporting the couple have left the United States permanently. There are also reports the couple have put their Montecito mansion on the market. Entertainment publication The Wrap has the exclusive story and said, Ellen DeGeneres and wife Portia de Rossi have moved to rural England, put their Montecito estate on the market, and plan to never return to the United States, telling friends the election of Donald Trump was their primary motivation. Ellen DeGeneres has been a vocal Trump critic, so the move doesn't come as a surprise to most.
You're really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be?
Does one of us have to come out alive?
The institution took the damage. Her reputation didn't. That's what separates Oprah from people like Jay-Z or Beyonce. Her power isn't about fame. It's legitimacy. Her approval cleans reputations. Her silence signals distance. When Oprah steps back, people know someone is finished.
West Coast, because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel. You know?
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about that.
And Oprah wasn't the only figure critics say helped sanitize Sean Combs' image. TD Jakes has also been pulled into the conversation. As scrutiny around Diddy grew, questions about Jakes' alleged proximity to him only intensified. According to Gene Deal, it never made sense. Even years ago, insiders knew exactly what kind of environment surrounded Diddy. So for someone like TD Jakes to be a regular presence at those gatherings raises serious questions. Out of everyone named, Jakes appears to be the only one who actually felt consequences when Diddy fell, and that alone speaks volumes. At the same time, TD Jakes' association added a layer of moral credibility. Without speaking directly, his presence suggested oversight, forgiveness, and community approval. That kind of alignment doesn't happen by accident, it happens by design. And then there was the media side of the equation. One of Diddy's most vocal public supporters was Ellen DeGeneres. She openly talked about attending Diddy's parties, even mentioning his after parties on live TV. Reports say Diddy trusted her enough to host gatherings at her own place. And that's why everything 50 Cent has been saying for years doesn't sound like trolling anymore. It sounds like a warning. Industries don't collapse because of one reckless person. They survive by sacrificing the loud ones and protecting the quiet operators. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all these connections, and who do you think is still hiding in plain sight? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if this made you think, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and share this video so the conversation doesn't stop here.